If we want to create a physical universe inside a simulation, there are two fundamental problems that need to be solved. In this video, I want to discuss how the programmer God solved the first problem. The programmer God is a hypothesis that the universe in its entirety, including life forms, is a simulation programmed by an external intelligence. And this, by definition, is God in the creator of the universe context. When we program our universe simulations, we first initialize the physical constants because these define the parameters of our universe. The speed of light is a fundamental property. So we would begin our program code by initializing c. We assign a letter c by convention. We could use any letter. It makes no difference to the program. We also need a number, but this number depends on the unit. And so the number has meaning only in the context of the unit, and we can choose any unit. So within our simulation, we can represent the speed of light by this letter c. But this means we're not creating the speed of light, we're only representing it. The programmer God has solved this, how to create the actual speed of light and how to make a physical mass, space, and time by using some simple geometrical tricks. Problem number one. Our physical universe has physical dimensions of mass, space, and time, and these don't fit inside our computers because our computers can store only data as ones and zeros. Celestial computers are no doubt more impressive, but they still have the same problem. Our universe is still just data, but now on a celestial hard disk. My phone battery uses a plus and minus charge. When they have cancelled, I have to recharge the battery. If two waves of inverse phase collide, they will cancel and we have no wave. When matter collides with antimatter and so on. However, these are simply inverse properties, so we're not creating any new physics. A plus charge is still directly related to a minus charge, and our two waves are in all other respects identical. Science defines our physical universe using constants, as in this table. When we look at these, we see that there are just different ways to measure the units: kilogram, meter, second, ampere, Kelvin. So once again, the key to the universe lies in the unit, not the letter or the number. However, our universe does not appear to have mass and antimass, or time and anti-time, or length and anti-length. Yet it is a requirement for God's men alike that our mass, space, time must also be able to cancel in order that the sum universe remain dimensionless, like units equals 1. Because regardless of whether the hard disk is here or in the heavens, our universe is still just data. What the programmer did was begin with two dimension quantities. For demonstration, I've chosen R and V, such that we can define our 5 units in terms of only 2 units, this R and V. However, the programmer has chosen them carefully such that our units cannot cancel each other. The kilogram cannot cancel the meter or the second, for example. And so we still have 5 independent units. However, if 3 or more are combined, then we can cancel. Here I combine the kilogram, meter, and second via the RV units, whereby they can cancel, and I'm left with the number 1. Units equals 1. This means that if we could take a particle or a rabbit inside a hat and add enough mass, space, and time in the above ratio, both particle and rabbit will disappear. Alternately, I could work backwards, start with a number 1 and get kilograms, meters, seconds, and rabbits. Embedded within this symbol fx are the units for mass, time, and length in the above ratio. But fx itself is dimensionless, units equals 1. And so, although this fx embeds mass, space, and time, It has no units itself by which it may be measured. Our particle and rabbit are now mathematical concepts. To make sense of this, we can define the dimensioned quantities r and v in our system of units. R is a form of momentum, and v has the units for velocity. If we put the units into this formula, we get the kilogram, and so it works for mass. To simplify the exponents, I will start with m to the power of 4. We get this result, which doesn't look like length or anything else. But if we take m4 out, we get this, which is m4 times fx. Mathematically, fx equals 1, and so, voila, m4 times 1 equals m4. The same works with S4. The programmer has solved the problem of creating the 5 dimensioned units from a dimensionless number 1. Now, the next problem we need to solve is fx itself. What does fx look like? In other words, how did the programmer store this dimensioned information of mass, space, and time in mathematical fx structures? Fortunately, we have an example. It is the electron itself, Fe. And we will look at how the programmer made the electron in the next video. And this will take us down to the Planck scale. And this is where we find the operating system of the universe itself.